Hey trackies, welcome back to another video here on TXT Track Time. Please remember to like the video and also subscribe to the channel. So I have some updates for you from the Oxy Invitational where our good girl Briana Williams opened up her season. Now you know this made me pretty excited. One, we haven't seen her since indoors, so I was so happy that she was finally taken to the track. And then I'm actually finally seeing more and more of our Jamaican athletes really touch out. June is right around the corner, so yeah, I'm happy seeing our athletes present and running. And based on accounts, based on the fact that she's doing the double, healthy as well. And of course, that's what we want most for athletes to be in great health. So she took to the 100 meters where she faced off against the likes of Jenna Prandini. And this is how the race went. Take a look and then I'll get back.
Great start for Williams. Comes Prandini.
All right, so as you can see, she placed second. Briana Williams placed second to Jenna Prandini. Jenna Prandini winning in a time of 11.25 seconds, and Briana in second, running 11.54 seconds. Now, just a key note, it was pretty cold here. And, most times you tend to see where when it's cold, it affects the sprinters more often than not. So with that said, though times were not a big factor for me heading into this particular meeting, I would attribute, the times to the conditions as well. So with that said, Jenna Prandini, is much more warm, has a few more races underneath her belt, run an 11.25 seconds, and Briana Williams an 11.54 seconds. But what was important for me and interesting as well in this particular race was seeing how Briana Williams would execute. And I was definitely looking forward to seeing if one, her bullet start would be back, and two, how she would execute the last phase of the race. That trouble area we would say that she's had over the years, how that is going for her. Now, she's just recently switched camps to John Smith Athletics, so we can't really expect magic to be happening, straight off the bat. But what I can say is that something has been happening and something good has been happening. Why? Because her bullet start is now back. So Briana Williams definitely got out on that field, definitely had a great execution in that first 60. Then, towards the end of the races where you started to see her losing momentum. And of course, Jenna Prandini was able to overhaul her, going away for the win. For a start, based on this execution, I definitely say this is a good start for Briana. Yes, the times are nothing to write home about, but looking at it from an execution standpoint, when we think back to a couple months ago when, her bullet start was definitely missing in action, seeing that at least she's back to being that particular athlete and then to get better from here from a technical standpoint for me is a definite positive for Briana. And of course, I'm excited to see how things go for her as the season progresses. And of course, as she progresses with John Smith Athletics, because remember what he was able to do with the likes of Mary Jose Talu on her technique as she trained under his belt. So that said, I'm expecting, to see Briana Williams get much better as the season progresses. Just based on her execution, that last phase of her race, expecting to see her get much stronger there. And of course, she's running more 200 meters as well. So those 200 meters will definitely make that last phase of her race stronger without a shadow of a doubt. So from an execution standpoint, in my opinion, this is a good one in for Briana. Let's see how things go from here under better conditions. And y'all know she'll be turning up at the Jamaican Invitational next weekend. So I'm excited to see how things progress from her here on out in better conditions in a warmer Jamaica. All right, now, Jackie is moving on from Briana Williams. I really want to touch on a few more performances that I noticed here at the Oxy Invite. And I want to kick things off with the world record holder over the 400-meter hurdles, Sydney McLaughlin-Levrone, opening up her season, but over the 100-meter hurdles. Now, Sydney McLaughlin-Levrone ran a time of 12.71 seconds in a minus zero point 0.4 meters per second wind. Now, I did indicate to y'all earlier that it was pretty cold here. So to see Sydney being able to come out and run pretty close to her personal best, and her personal best is 12.65 seconds. Off the bat, I'm saying that this could have been a potentially a personal best run for her. And I'm also eyeing the future as well for Sydney. And I'm like, okay, could we potentially see Sydney again lower her world record in that 400-meter hurdles? Now, we all know we've been talking up Femke Ball this season, and Femke Ball potentially coming after Sydney McLaughlin Leveroni. But Sydney is like, stop, wait. I'm the world record holder. I'm still the best. And she comes out first one in the season and shows us why she's the best. Definitely a strong start, and I can't wait to see what Sydney does from here on out. But all I know is this is definitely going to be an exciting year for the 400-meter hurdles. Excited to see if Femke Ball will be able to challenge the likes of a Sydney McLaughlin Leveroni. I have to say both of them are going strong, but Sydney, just based off the fact that this is a first run and also the conditions, she definitely has not missed a beat. Now, Chuckies, I also want to focus on the men's 400 meters as well at this particular meet, where Michael Norman seems to be getting back to his best. Now, Michael Norman, under the conditions that I told you about, pretty cold here, was able to come out and run a 44.21 seconds to open up his season over the 400 meters, which for me is very, very, very impressive. 44.21 seconds. Michael Norman is back in business and back ready to challenge for one glory over that 400 meters. Well, he's never run it from an Olympic standpoint, but he's won it from a world championship standpoint back in 2022. So I'm excited to see what will happen here on out with a Michael Norman. And of course, all the other big guns that are coming back as well. Steve Gardner is back in business as well. Plus, we still have a Jamaican Antonio Watson that's looking to get much better and join these guys in sub 44 ranks based on personal best this season. But again, as I said, and I will continue saying, this season is shaping up to be one of the greatest seasons we've probably ever seen in track and field, point blank period, based on certain things that I'm seeing right now, based on certain signs. Definitely going to be a season to remember. And it's not just from one athlete. I'm seeing a host of athletes across the same events that are doing well. So the competition is good, which will also make the events very, very exciting. All right, so track is that is it. That is what happened here at this Oxy Invitational. Well, that's what happened so far. And of course, I'll keep you updated as the races are run. Now, with that said, I want y'all now to sound off in the comment section below and tell me your thoughts. So Briana Williams opens up her season. As usual, truckies, like the video and subscribe to the channel. I'll catch you all in the next one. Bye.